All right, notes from my August 2024 reading of Never Grow Up by Jackie Chan. And I'm filming this Thursday, 29 August 2024. I finished it yesterday, Wednesday, 28 August 2024, and started it on Saturday, 24 August 2024. I'll put those dates in the video description. It's 333 pages, and it took me 5 days. And I thought it sped up somewhere through. This is a public library copy. I went to the library looking for, seeing if there's anything that caught my eye on the shelves, and this one did. So I went with this one. And it's an autobiography of martial artist and actor Jackie Chan. Never Grow Up by Jackie Chan with Zhu Mo. English translation by Jeremy Tiang. 2015 with a different title, and this is the 2018 Gallery Books edition. Like, it was Never Grow Up, and there was another part of the title then. This is December 2018 Gallery Books edition, hardcover. ISBN I'll put in the video description. Note from within the book. He said it took them about 3 years to write the book. So he kind of brings up a movie he worked on and got out called Chinese Zodiac, which was in 2012. So that would have roughly corresponded to, depending on what the publishing was like back in 2015, about when the book was commenced. Though the person, Zhu Mo, he said that kind of followed around and took stories and stuff like that. So I don't know if that was part of the book or what. But that's the introduction. Book notes, including construction and design. Smiling picture of the person smiling. It's a bigger page size. Moderate font and moderate spacing, which you can do with this basic the approach to the book. So author name Jackie Chan and the name of the book at the top. Page numbers at the bottom. For page breaks, there was a big line, or not page breaks, break in paragraph. Sometimes and it was the chapter name and then kind of a theme for the title for the chapters. Sometimes there was a variety. There was like a bulleted list. Like at one point he put a list of injuries he got in films over the years, which he can back up with documentation, because in a different part of the book he revealed, guess what he had to do each time he made a movie in America? Get a physical, full body for insurance purposes. So, in that sense, there we go. Which is kind of content, but is there anything else? There's pictures. There's a set of colored pictures in here. What are my post-it notes? Oh, that's the contributing author, Zhu Mo. They label when the person puts, it's formatted differently, and even says behind the scenes by Zhu Mo. So you know which one's the width, right? Instead of blurring lines, they make it very clear. Okay, reading notes. I get the vibe that this in the Priyanka Chopra Jonas. So Jackie Chan is of Hong Kong and Priyanka Chopra Jonas is of India. And I think he even mentioned here the transition from Hong Kong being from English control to Chinese control. Right. So yeah. And I think it's Cantonese he brings up, not Mandarin. If you're familiar with Chinese languages, there's a number of countries, even in Europe, that's true for. There's more than one dialect of Norwegian. But you know, it's like, are you gonna learn Chinese? Are you gonna learn Norwegian? And they both actually have, that's not the actual like language, like there's sub-disciplines. So yeah. But we got it comes across for both, like they're super famous and they're writing the book a little bit for crowd control, but I think like the tone of writing is a little bit different, and so I think it kind of is meant to be a resource from them to their fans to be like, these might be things that they talk about a lot or things that they might want to know. So in the chance that their fans read the book, you know, they can still get information about them from them, but might curtail some of the things that they kind of had in person. Okay. Page 2. He was 12 pounds when he was born. He was a 12-pound baby that the mama pushed out. No C-section. All right. They're like, yeah, that's... And made headlines. It's a big baby. Okay. Well, at least from my understanding, that's a big baby. Okay. Page 90, he tells a spook story where there was like something that a door creaking and like shuffling on the stairs and stuff like that, and was like, what is it, and then like, and he was like, is it haunted or whatever, and it's just, he opens the door and it's a dog. And I had my own spook story. I was using the bathroom one night, and I decided, since I was the only person living upstairs at the time in this house, and I went to use the bathroom, and the light I left on in this room, and I left my door open in this room, and I was sitting at the toilet, and my door closed. And I think I figured out that it was the wind, but there was no wind, so it was very horrifying. I was like, I'm gonna die, somebody's in my room, but no, it was the wind. Okay. Page 109, French restaurant. English and French words mixed in. Yeah, French used to be synonymous with upscale in the United States of America, which means the French might have gotten a lot of hate by people, like myself included. And do people laugh when they say, go give Tanis a 7-course French meal? I'm like, is that something that cracks people, that Tanis being me? I'm Tanis Coralee Leonhardi, she, her, hers of Seattle. I think I might have forgotten to say that. Okay. Page 183, his wife, Joan, and his kid, JC, both gang up on him and lie and act through the phone at the detriment or expense of Jackie Chan's mental health. I was like, okay. Page 201, the dynamic between, like, so he does his own stunts, and right, sometimes they do everything in a single take, right? Camera's rolling, and you only get one take to get it all right. And that goes in the movie. And so he kind of, in a couple of things, he brings up the dynamic with, like, you know, the tech world where it's a big blue screen and 50 people at computers and no actors, right? So you get, like, polar opposite, which, interestingly enough, his kind of genre kind of came into, like, popularity in large numbers about the same time with the rise of tech. You can think of, like, and interestingly enough, Priyanka Chopra Jonas is from Bollywood. They have taken off. Can think of them as, they are us, right? Us real people, humans, people who are pushing new genres of movies to emphasize humans are needed in filmmaking. And while tech tries to take everything away, make everything special effects, people like Jackie Chan and Priyanka Chopra Jonas, so you got Hong Kong / China and India being like, we care about people. We got more people than anybody else. We know how the future goes, right? So y'all can be pushing your racist white technology. But in reality, we need things for people to do. So go forth, Jackie Chan and Priyanka Chopra Jonas. Keep changing the world with your human-centric movies. But there was an interaction. He brings up a few of them, but one was on page 201, where he's like, you know, it's even simpler than technology. You just do it in one go. Right? Yeah. Simpler, not easier. But the techies who don't work out and do those movies, they're just being lazy. Okay, page 208. Oh, he runs into people who won't accept more money on work, and they're like, our day off is our day off. We're going to rest. And I was like, people with moral principles. I'm going to figure that. Make them do physical exercise and, yeah, require that. And you actually get good labor law enforcement by the people themselves. It's like, should we just get rid of all technology? Like, well, not all technology. You need the filming equipment, right? But, like, okay, poor thing. All right, page 250. Oh, his son goes to prison for 6 months, and the mom, his wife, locks herself up for 6 months. Like, sympathy to have an idea of what the son's going through. Page 251. That's where he talks about. It's where he brings up that he has to go in for a checkup every single time he does an American film for insurance purposes. Which then earlier in the book he lists all of his ailments he's gotten from films, and it's like, yeah, I mean, he's got that. It's an autobiography for a reason. There's documentation, even though it's not provided in the book, which would be, well, for an autobiography that's not necessarily appropriate, right? And the people would just, well, bad people would be bad people. Let's put it that way. Okay, page 318. Oh, he starts describing a bunch of the really kind of crazy fans he has, but are they crazy? And then we'll follow that up with and it goes on for a little bit. And so it's page 326. He talks about somebody who comes and says that he she's his girlfriend and, you know, wants up into his room and stuff like that. It's like, you know, I brought up the tale of two Elons on this channel before, where I told my friends that, and my parents, I was dating Elon Musk, but it was a tale of two Elons, a different Elon that worked at Tesla and stuff. And I was like, so we know this how this ends, right? She doesn't get what she wants and that kind of stuff. How does it, and in the security team is looking out for her and like watching, you know, kind of, how does that go if Elon Musk, so that Elon is the identical twin that I was talking about of Karsten Warholm, tale of two Elons. If there are two Elons, what happens if Elon Musk says I'm his girlfriend? See, that to me sounds a little bit scarier, right? Like, I only want him if he hasn't ever had, if he's single and eligible like me. Is he a virgin? Yeah, we can talk. But like, yeah, got me thinking. Anyway, in conclusion, this is marked full book number 37 for me for the 2024 year. 5 out of 5 stars, and those are my notes. From me, Tanis Coralee Leonhardi, she, her, hers of Seattle. Those are my notes from my August 2024 reading of Never Grow Up by Jackie Chan.